What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my podcast, L.E.R. Fun. Those of y'all that don't know me, I am, of course, your host, L.E.R. Thank God it's Friday, everybody. TGIF. I hope you guys have a good last weekday. Then let's go into the weekend. It's finally here. Today, I was actually conflicted about what I wanted to talk about because I have somebody that asked me a question. There's actually 2 questions on there again on my comments yesterday for my video, but I was on Facebook and I saw this picture of Takeoff, and it's a trending subject right now, and I'm very much into it because, again, guys, I'm sad. Anyway, I saw that picture and it had a long comment about their predictions on what really happened. I will get into it next episode, so stay tuned if you want to hear about the Migos episode 4. So today I just want to kind of go over those questions, and the first question was, if you could get any artist to do a feature with you, who would it be? And this is kind of a hard question for me, I'm not gonna lie, because I like so many artists. There's so much beautiful talent. It's kind of hard to narrow it down. But if I'm being honest with you, the greatest artist, in my opinion, of all time, this man has literally evolved from when he started to today. This man is still making music today, and he is, I want to say, 40? I think he's 40. I can't confirm that, but he's around there. Anybody got any ideas? If you got Lil Wayne, you are correct. This man is a freaking legend, boy. Like, oh my gosh. Let me tell you guys some of his songs. So, I don't think there should be any of you that don't know who he is. Maybe the younger group? I don't know. But he made songs like Lollipop, like A Milli, Love Me, Mirror, How to Love, Mrs. Officer, wee, 6 foot, 7 foot, Go DJ, She Will, Stuntin' Like My Daddy, Steady Mobbin', and all of his Carter albums. I heard he's dropping a new one. I hope it's true. But anyway, this is just a little list of what he has done. And if you haven't heard these songs, if you heard those songs and you're like, what is that? You better go listen to it right now, because I'm very disappointed in you. Because what? I know my little sister had said that she didn't know who Lil Wayne was, and I was like, what the heck? What is wrong with you? How can you not know Lil Wayne? It's Lil Wayne. But anyway, Lil Wayne has a little group that he's with that are also great. There's 2 artists, a very powerful trio. But the second artist that I'm going to go over is Drake. This is another option. The only reason I would pick this option mostly is because Drake has a big fan base and gets all the views in the world. So I think this would be just like a smart move. But y'all know Drake, come on now. Drake made songs like God's Plan, One Dance, Trust Issues, Nonstop, Hold On, We're Going Home, Started from the Bottom, now we hit, started from the bottom, now the whole group here. Yes, that one. Best I Ever Had, songs like that. I like Drake because Drake has been around. I want to say Started from the Bottom came out when I was like in 8th grade. So when I heard that song, I kind of just, that was a very popular song back then. So of course I fell in love with him, and he kept on dropping hot songs. And I don't know, I don't think you could go wrong with picking Drake. That being said, though, the last person of this trio is a female. Do you know who it is? This female is better than Cardi B. No, I'm just kidding. They're both good. But Nicki Minaj is my favorite female artist. She's made really girly songs. If I went this route, it's because I wanted to pick up more on girls listening to me, if that makes sense. She makes super freaking girly songs such as Super Bass, Moment for Life, Feeling Myself, Only, Good Form, Motorsport, Yikes, which is my personal favorite, and her new one, Freaky Girl. These 3 people are probably, I don't know, I would pick one of them to be my top 3, because other artists that I would consider would be my all-time actual favorite. He's like, okay, so Lil Wayne to me is the best rapper of everything, but this artist is my favorite rapper. He has a very beautiful mind, and his creativity is freaking amazing. If you guys haven't heard Russ, I know you guys have heard Russ, but go more into his music, and I promise you, you will not be disappointed. This man is a freaking genius. I cannot stress it enough. Literally, whenever I go into the studio and I'm gonna make a beat or I'm gonna write to a beat, I always think, how would Russ go around about this? Because the way he uses his words makes a beautiful flow, and it's just an inspiration to me. He's just a complete inspiration. Russ is just somebody who I adore, and this would be an honor to be able to have a feature with him. He's made songs like, and I'm gonna go off just so you guys know because he's my absolute favorite. If you hear any songs on this list that you have not heard, please write it down or something and look it up later, because let's start off with some of his songs though. We got Other Side, Wife You Up, Status, Handsomer, 99. I don't know. A lot of Russ fans haven't actually heard 99. Go listen to it. It's pretty dank. Losing Control, which is the most popular. That's probably how most of y'all know Russ. What They Want, Missing You Crazy, Best on Earth, Ride Slow, Me, You, Psycho, which I don't like the first one, I'm not gonna lie. So make sure it's Psycho 2. Pull the Trigger, Do It Myself, the flute song, which is literally the flute song. He goes ham on the flute. Goodbye, Act Now, Some Time, Civil War, 3 a.m. This list goes on, guys. Nighttime. If Mary's listening to this, yeah, I put Nighttime on there, bro. I had to, because these songs aren't, I can't have a favorite song of his, but that's why I listed so many, is because he's just a musical genius, and we're gonna list those songs. We got Willy Wonka, Family and Friends, Down for You, Guess What, Basement, Moonlight in Atlanta. And for those of y'all that went to Russ's concert, y'all know that we sang That the Loudest That He's Ever Heard. That's right. That Russ concert was beautiful because, guys, okay, I got to be so freaking close. It was a general admission thing, so everybody, it's first come, first serve. We got front row, and I know this sounds cliche or like kind of fake, but I'm telling you, this is the truth, okay? Me and my friends are big fans of Russ. Those of us that went, and we know all of his songs. And there was a point where he ran from one side to the other, and we were on the other side, and he's waving his hands side to side, and we kind of just went with his flow, and we're like jumping around like, woo, yeah, like vibing. And he looked at us, like each of us in the eye, like looked at us like, okay. And he pointed at us, and he's all, I f*** with y'all. And it was just like, I turned to everybody, and I was like, oh my God, he looked at us. He pointed at us. My whole group was all, yeah, he looked me in the eye. And everybody's like, no, he looked me in the eye. I was like, I think he looked all of us in the eye. I'm pretty sure he was just adoring his fans for a moment. But I'm telling you guys, I am a big fan of Russ. So this guy has a big chance of being my decision. I still don't know my decision yet, but I know that Russ is, he might get picked, not gonna lie. We have Flip, All To You, In Between. Please listen to that. If you haven't heard that one, listen to that. In Between. It's about, so his chorus, it goes, in between high and in between drunk, in between love and I don't give a And I remember at one point in my life, I just related to it so much, and it's just beautiful. He literally got two things and got them to go together so well, like polar opposites, and made it sound really good. We got Maybe, and my last one that I wrote down is Are You Entertained? But that's not my last song that I want to talk about. I also want to kind of talk about Shake the Snow Globe. That whole album is beautiful. The whole Zoo album is beautiful. There's Really a Wolf. That one is beautiful. This man has not really made any songs that I don't like. So he has a pretty good fighting argument to be that person that I pick. I can't stress it enough. He's just perfect. He is perfect. That's the way we can put it. He inspires me so much because he talks about manifestation and how you should treat people. And I don't know if it was the beginning of this year or if it was the beginning of last year, but he dropped a song every, I think Friday it was. And one week he would have a song like Wife You Up, So Slow. And then the next week he would have a song like Status. And they're just, if you know these songs, you know that they're so different. One is so slow and one is very hype. So he is an inspiration to me in that way because you can turn Russ on, have any mood, and be able to find a song for that mood. He has made so much music. It's crazy. This man has put in so much work that it's crazy, and he's just truly an inspiration. But the last person that I do want to go over in this decision is, I know maybe like 2% of you have heard of this artist. Honestly, I don't know if I say his last name right, but this is how I've always said it. L.E.R. I don't know if it's L.E.R. or I've just always said L.E.R. Like I said, he's not very known, but his music is pretty beautiful too. These two artists, Russ and Ollie, they are in a certain category for me because they make the kind of music that I make, and I know that if we made a collab, that it would have that same vibe to it. We'd give off that same energy to it. So L.E.R, the first song that I ever heard of him was called Moonlight. And at first, when I first saw the video, I was like, what the heck? Russ released a new song called Moonlight? So I clicked on it, and it looked like him in the beginning because you couldn't see his face, though. You could just see his long hair. And I was like, is this him? Because it didn't really sound like him. And then it goes more into the video, and then you see Ollie's face. And I was like, wow, this guy sounds like he would be Russ. Like, he doesn't have his exact voice, but he has that same style. And so from that moment on, I kind of fell in love with him. I listened to pretty much all his songs, and they were pretty. I'm not gonna lie, though, I haven't kept up with him because I know he has released more, but I haven't got the chance to listen to them. But some of my songs that I like from him is It's You, What If I Told You That I Loved You, Can't Lie, Running on My Mind, Lost My Lover, Remedy, which is a beautiful song, by the way. And my favorite is called Lie to Me. If you guys haven't heard any of those, please do feel obligated to go educate yourself. I'm just kidding, guys. But really go look them up. If you like people like, if you've heard of Gremlin, Russ, Fora, I promise you'll like him. But yeah, that's kind of like who would be in my list for who I would have. So I got Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Russ, and L.E.R. I'm not gonna lie, out of this list, I think I'm gonna have it between two people, but I'm not sure. Okay, I think I'm gonna kick out Drake, because if I have the chance to even talk to Drake, that means I have the chance to talk to Lil Wayne, which I am definitely going to pick Lil Wayne over Drake. And with that being said, I would definitely pick Lil Wayne over Nicki Minaj. He's just a legend, and there's no way I would give up that opportunity if I was that high up. So now I got Lil Wayne, Russ, and L.E.R. Between Russ and L.E.R, I would pick Russ, no doubt. No hate on these people that I'm saying that I'm getting rid of. Like, it seems easy, but it's because in my mind I have it kind of figured out. Because we got Lil Wayne, who is an absolute legend that everybody knows, and I know that I can get a lot of clout by doing a song with him. And it's not all about clout, but to have that opportunity, amazing. So we got someone who has a big fan base and a lot of freaking money, but we also have somebody who is independent like me. I also have this person who likes to make their own beats and write their own songs and has a beautiful mind. So this is a hard decision, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Crap. You guys kind of really caught me by this one because I really don't know. Lil Wayne or Russ. Okay, I think I reached my decision. It's not an easy one, but I think that I would pick Russ. Like, if it came down to it, just because of how much of an inspiration he is to me and how much I listen to him and how much things I have in common with him compared to Lil Wayne. That's hard to let Lil Wayne go, though. I'm not gonna lie, that one kind of hurts. I don't know, guys. I guess I'm gonna have to stick with Russ. I'm gonna just have to stick with Russ. So yeah, if I had the opportunity, I think that's what I would pick. But I'm kind of curious, who would you guys pick? Those of y'all that are artists, what would be your top 5 lists? Maybe go to the comments and tell me your top 5 lists of who you would pick, and tell me if you agree with me or not on my decision, or if you think I kind of made the wrong decision. I know it's not really happening, but it's a serious question, okay? So the last thing that I kind of want to cover is there was a comment on there as well that said, okay, so the question was, if I could give a brand new artist, a piece of advice, what would it be? Okay, I'll give more than one is what I'll do, but this is my key points, okay, guys? So first of all, get you a notebook and write all the things you can write in there. Let your mind go wild, let it go crazy, and kind of just explore your mind in that notebook. If you keep writing, you will keep your mind active. Once you stop writing, that's kind of when you lose your creativity. So that's kind of a big point. Another thing that I would say is to own your own beats. Do not go on YouTube and look up free for profit. No. Because in the long run, it's really not going to be free for profit. You're only going to be able to make so much money off of it and do so much with it. With your own beat, you could go and you could do anything you want with it. You can make all the money off of it. You can sell it if you want. You can do whatever. So please, guys, just make sure that you are making your own beats. That's kind of something that when everybody went into the studio and they would look up beats, I'm like, no, how about we make you a beat similar to this? But don't go in there and directly take somebody's beat. Another thing, guys, is to have patience. This one is kind of a big one. I've been doing this since I was 15, so that's 8 years. And I'm not that far, but I've made a lot of progress, because when I first started, I didn't have nothing but my phone and some speakers, and I went on YouTube and I made those beats. This is how I know a lot of this stuff too, guys, is I went on YouTube and I looked up beats and I made these songs. And then later on, I couldn't use them, so I had to start with my team. And I got my homie Roger, who makes my beats, and he taught me how to make beats. So now I was able to get my own stuff. He's the one that taught me how to have a studio. So because of him, I went and made my own studio. So I just want you guys to be patient, because having your own studio and putting music out there, it takes years. Especially if you're not, well off. If this is something that you're just trying to do on the side right now and you're hoping in the future it could get bigger, it's gonna take time. And if you just put in that work towards it, I promise you that you guys will get there. Another piece of advice would be to get a team. I kind of talked about this last time. Make sure that you have a team that you trust, people that you know will not stab you in the back, and go up with them. Keep them in your loop, and you have your team. Take care of your team. They will take care of you, and it's really a beautiful thing at that point. Another piece of advice would be kind of try to do things yourself. Get your own program and your own computer. Make sure you get your own microphone. Make some beats. Try to be as creative as you can with your mind. And that's really it. Just have some fun. You have to take it serious, because it is a serious thing, but at the same time, don't stress yourself out. If you're sitting there stressed out, you're not going to want to do it, okay? Do something that you love, and if it is hard, I'm not saying to give up. If it is hard, push yourself a little bit. Push yourself beyond your limits. If it's hard, it's because it's something that you haven't experienced yet. So just stay creative, guys, and listen to music. Get ideas. Write down things. There's not a lot of advice, but they are important. And if you guys ever need anything, if you guys ever need advice on a certain situation, or how to make a beat, how to write, what kind of subjects you should talk about, go ahead and message me, guys, or comment on this, and I will help the rap community in any way possible. I have nothing but love. Make sure that you guys are showing nothing but love. If everybody could give a little bit of love, then the world would be a beautiful place and we'd be a lot further. But yeah, guys, just make sure you're watching out for yourself and don't trust everybody's word. My personal advice, though, stay to yourself, do your own thing, be an independent, be your own boss, and succeed and fly high. But that will be it for today's show. Tomorrow I'm going to be going into it a little bit with Amigos, and I'm kind of excited. So if you guys tune in tomorrow, I promise you won't regret it. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I answered your guys' question, and I hope you guys have a beautiful Friday. Be safe out there, and don't forget to show me some love. Make sure you give this video that like button, maybe subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, because I will be posting every day. Sometimes I might miss a little bit, but I'm trying to keep up with the schedule. Thank you guys for listening. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful day, and make sure you tune in for my next episode. You guys have a beautiful Friday, have a beautiful weekend. Make sure you guys stay safe. Nothing but love. See you guys next time.